Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Midday News. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM here in Accra and Kumasi. We're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions. We're on Radio Y in Wa, ATL FM in Cape Coast, KTU Radio in Koforidua. We're on Lolonyo FM in Hohoi, A1 Radio and Dreams FM in Bolgatanga. You can go digital. It's on Spotify, Facebook and myjoyonline.com app. This afternoon, security and intelligence officers make fresh arrests as search for accomplices of Galamsey Queen Aisha Wang intensifies. We have details on this plus more on the 3 other Chinese nationals whose lawyers say they are victims of a swap. And also rising cases of rabies in the Ashanti region with 100% fatality rate. This afternoon, there's a joint team of veterinary and Ghana Health Service officials investigating the source of these new cases.
Immediately this thing came up quickly, the veterinary service also in the region are also going to do a lot of sensitization, be part of the investigation on the ground to see how did the person come across. So quickly, the team started to ascertain how these 3 cases happened for these humans to get it.
Also in this package, sachet and packaged water producers kick against suggestions they are only interested in profiteering after announcing an upward adjustment in prices for sachet and bottled water.
Well, we have had to increase the price starting from Monday 19th because all the inputs that we use in the production of our water have gone up.
Colleges of Education teachers end their leave 10 days into the 28-day group leave, which brought Colleges of Education to its knees. We have details of that, and the Clean Ghana campaign is on. And today we put the spotlight on the sanitation crisis at the Agbogboshi market.
24 tons daily that they generate.
How much of it are we able to collect?
Yeah, for now, if you look at the skip containers that are there, there are 2. Daily, they collect 10 tons.
In sports,
well, Women's Premier League side Hazaka's ladies are demanding unpaid allowances from the Confederation of African Football. Bringing details in 20 minutes.
And has the church failed in addressing matters of corruption and immorality in Ghana?
I can't say we are failing, but for Christianity, things would have been worse. So we are not failing, but we want to bring real transformation.
I have details of that and more here on the Midday News with me, Emefa Apawu. Many thanks for choosing us. This is your home of independent, fearless and credible journalism. Please stay for details. And this afternoon, security and intelligence officers are said to have made fresh arrests of more suspects believed to be accomplices of Galamsey Queen Aisha Wang. Already 3 others are being held in custody in addition to Miss Wang, as painstaking investigations geared at marshalling evidence to ensure her prosecution for past and recent crimes continue. All 4 persons are accused of engaging in mining without license and engaging in the unlawful sale and purchase of minerals. An Accra Circuit Court 4 on Wednesday rules that the accused persons remain in police custody till September 27. Court correspondent Joseph Akablay joins me in studio with more on this developing issue. Joseph, first, we have some additional details on these 3 other individuals initially arrested by the police alongside Aisha Wang.
Yes, 2 narratives actually, one from the police and the other by their lawyers. And so they are Zhong Li Hua, she's the one who collapsed, and the others are Huang Jie and White Hai Hung. Now, the police say that they are into the sale of equipment used in illegal mining activities. Their lawyers, however, disagree. First, on the lady who collapsed, they say that she actually visited a male friend who lives at the same house where Aisha Wang resides, and that she was arrested when the operatives arrived. The remaining 2 have been described as domestic staff, specifically described as garden boys who were picked up while they were sleeping.
So how about the new arrests?
We understand more suspects have been picked up and they are alleged to be Aisha Wang's accomplices. What's unclear at this stage is whether they are accomplices in relation to her entry or part of her alleged mining activities. Investigations and engaging for charges to be will be done.
Thank you. Analyst Professor Kwesi, he says the uncertainty surrounding this Aisha Wang matter must be put to rest.
We are facing a trust deficit of such humongous proportion that no one in this country right now trusts what is coming from official sources. It's clear that they manage to protect us, are afraid of something that this woman knows or has, and therefore have been lying to us and have possibly lied to the president. I think it's up to the president to ask the tough.
Where did you get the documents from? The border.
There's more on this on myjoyonline.com. Let's turn our attention to health. And veterinary officials in the Ashanti region say they are worried about the rise in cases of rabies in the region, with the latest cases resulting in 100% fatalities. This afternoon, there's one more person who has been tested after exhibiting these symptoms. And head of our health desk, Fred Smith, joins me in studio with more on this. And Fred, what are we learning?
Well, as we speak, there are experts from the Ghana Health Service and the Veterinary Services Division of the Ministry of Agric on the ground now, investigating the source of these rabies cases that are happening in the Ashanti region. There's an alert to health facilities across the region to be on the lookout for such cases, and it says that as of Monday, the 12th of September, the region had recorded a total of 4 confirmed cases and 1 probable case. And it says that the cases were reported from Asante Ake South, Bokenke, and Akure East. The case fatality, it says, was 100%. And the actions they're taking now, public health actions, include enhanced community or public sensitization on rabies, improved case search for rabies in the facilities, follow up and treat all cases of dog bites, liaise with veterinary officers in districts for dog vaccination activities.
Thank you very much, Fred. And your team at the Health Desk put together a documentary that was led by Seth Kwame. That hotline documentary is dubbed Deadly Pets. Here are excerpts. Well, we'll get to hear that documentary shortly on this. We also know that some risk communication and mobilization officers with the Ghana Veterinary Services, Dr. Benjamin Kisisasu, is asking pet owners to take advantage of the Rabies Awareness Month. But first, here are the excerpts of that documentary.
Every 10 minutes.
Of sachet and packaged water producers are kicking against suggestions that the latest increase in the price of sachet and bottled water is unjustified. The association on Wednesday announced that the 500 milliliter bottle of water will now be retailed at 2 cedis, whilst the medium size will go for 3 cedis. Meanwhile, sachet water will now be sold at 50 pesos effective Monday, September 19. Now listen to the National Director of Corporate Affairs of the association, Kwame Ejapongentra, who says the increase is necessary to keep their business running.
Well, we have had to increase the price starting from Monday 19th because all the inputs that we use in the production of our water have gone up. We are talking of one, fuel. Let's use diesel, for example, has gone up at the time that we increased it the last time in March. Diesel was 8 cedis, 50 pesos thereabout. currently as we speak is now hovering around 14 cedis, 50 pesos. Now PURC has also come up quite recently to say that water and electricity prices are going to go up 1st September. It has already kicked in. You talk of the dollar rate. The dollar rate has also gone up. Quite recently, government came up with a 20% cooler adjustment for government workers. Our workers are also saying that they go to the same market, so we should also increase their salaries for them. And rightly so. These 5 major components, plus some other small ones, but these are the 5 major components which have pushed us so hard and so high that we have no option than to increase our prices.
And there have been many reactions, including yours. Listen.
We bought it 30 pesos before. The increase is to 40 pesos. 3 days today. Now I'm hearing that they are going to sell it 50 pesos. This is very bad. I think the government have to do something about it.
It's going to affect me because I do take in 3-4 sachets a day and imagine 2 cedis a day. Even not a day, maybe it can even increase to 3 cedis. How possible? No.
It's just now where they increase the pure water to 40 pesos and they want to increase it to 50 pesos. Like how? That means that we have to go back to our villages and stay for there. It's not fair. The way the economy is going, I think they have to second the country and share the money to us.
The way the economy is very hard now, I think it should stabilize the price to 40 pesos. A little increase in the price will cause something, I think. I don't know what will happen.
That's your reaction to the increase in sachet water and bottled water starting next week. We'll take you to the Upper West region now, and the Regional Security Council there has directed the arrest and prosecution of all persons riding unregistered motorcycles in the region. Furthermore, all tricycles will stop operations between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. The measures, according to the council, is to address recent killings in the municipality. 6 alleged murders have been recorded in the municipality within the last 5 months alone. 60-year-old father of 5, Badigbe Kwame, on duty at the War-Star Standard International School, failed to return home after close of work on Monday. Joining his Upper West regional correspondent, Rafiq Salam, has more.
Of them holding classes, chasing the children that we said they should exercise patience so that we could call the parents, because some of them, the parents do bring them.
Parents and guardians rushed to Star Standard International School to pick their awards following invasion of school by machete-wielding persons believed to be blood relations of school's night security, Badigbe Kwame, who has been declared missing since Monday. Maze of persons from his native Chere formed a search party and stormed the school, thereby bringing fear and panic among the teachers and their pupils. One of the leaders of the search party, Sufyan Idris, explained that the invasion is neither to harm the teachers nor the pupils.
But at least we are thinking that people who perpetrated that are not people that are very normal or having a very human face of issues. So one cannot be tracing such issues with their hands.
60-year-old Badigbe Kwame failed to return home after close of work on Monday. There was no sign of him at the corner on Monday morning, but blood stains were dotted all over the school's compound.
He lives here. So that is where the case started, and they brought him here finally do away with him. There was some blood on this list. But it's like because of the rainfall.
This is a chief private security man alleged to have been killed in 5 months for alleged ritual purposes. 3 others for the past 2 months have also been declared missing by the police. Reporting for Joy News, Rafiq Salam.
Now, the Regional Security Council has in a statement announced a raft of measures to contain the situation. Elton Brobe has a copy of that statement. He joins me in studio. Elton, walk us through it.
So, Emefa, the first case was reported 5 months ago. The last case was just this Monday. And according to the statement, no arrest has been made so far. But they've taken some measures, among them including what you just mentioned. The landlords within the municipality must also inspect resident permits of tenants not of Ghanaian origin. The municipal assembly must also invite all landlords to a meeting. The statement said that it is unacceptable for any landlord to rent accommodation to a tenant without knowing the tenant's background. It is against the law to allow as many as 5 people in a single room. The Ghana Immigration Service, according to the statement, and the Wild Municipal Assembly must also take an inventory of all hotels and guest houses within the municipality. The police command must also identify police patrol and intensify them and visibility in the municipality. All tricycles, again, will not work from 9 p.m. till 5 a.m. the next day. All institutions and workplaces are encouraged to install CCTV cameras within their compound and improve their lighting. The Ghana Immigration Service again should furnish the Wa Municipal Assembly with updated information on all registered foreigners residing and doing business in the municipality. And finally, the public is encouraged to provide security agencies with vital information to help unravel these unfortunate incidents. Now, it has been said that investigation is still ongoing. Unfortunate for them, they've not been able to identify any suspect regarding these killings.
Well, Elton, don't go. Stay with me because you're following up on another story that I'm about to talk about. It's the teacher trainees and CTAG protracted, conflict. We know that they've been on leave. They said they embark on their 28-day leave, mandatory leave, and it's been 10 days or so, bringing activities on colleges of education to a standstill. There's a development. Walk us through what CTAG has been saying.
So, before a statement communicating the decision to end this action says the leadership of the association has broadly consulted with our legal team, considered the formal appeal by the leadership of the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana and that of the general public, seeing Prof. Prinkoff resolved to take steps to compensate teachers for engaging in all year-round academic work and the goodwill CTAC has enjoyed from the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. We have equally considered the need to survey the academic calendar from eminent distortion. As a result, the statement said we hereby direct members to end our 10-day-old leave on Friday, September 16, 2022, travel back to our respective campuses within the weekend and resume academic work on Monday, September 19. This will, according to them, pave the way for further engagement with Prinkoff and the relevant stakeholders to finalize arrangement on the matter. Members will be duly updated according to the statement on ensuing development, and this is signed by National President of the Association, Prince Oben Hime.
Thank you very much, Elton. Meanwhile, President of the Teacher Trainees Association, Jonathan Junu, says this is a welcome development and urged principals of colleges of education to resolve the issues with CTAG to avoid a more pronounced action in the future.
I must say that it was a very difficult moment for us as students, especially the final year students who went to campus for the teachers to get them prepared for the final paper, only for the teachers to leave us to our fate. Of course, we appreciate the fact that the teachers were equally not happy to leave us in the classroom just like that, but there was a need for them to take those steps so that their demands will be attended to. Of course, we are happy that they've finally given a second thought to their decision after we appealed to them formally. We want to thank them very much. We thank CTAG very much for calling off the leave and then coming back to the classroom to come and teach us. We are very much grateful to the leadership of CTAG, especially their president and all stakeholders that have played a role in making sure that the teachers return to the classroom. We are very much grateful.
That's Jonathan Junu there speaking for the Teacher Trainees Association. This is the Midday News. We are live on Joy 99.7 FM here in Accra and Kumasi. It's on Love 99.5 FM. Our top story: security and intelligence officers make fresh arrests. A search for accomplices of Galamsey Queen Aisha Wang intensifies. Remember, later on at 2:30, the team will be talking about it on State of Play on our social media platforms. You don't want to miss it. When we return from the break, we have sports, and then AMA has been admitting it is struggling to collect and dispose of waste generated at Agbegloshi Market. As it says, nearly 60% of it is left unattended.
24 tons daily that they generate.
How much of it are we able to collect?
Yeah, for now, if you look at the skip containers that are there, there are 2 daily. They collect 10 tons.
And as the church failed in addressing matters of corruption and immorality in Ghana,
I can't say we are failing, but for Christianity, things would have been worse. So we are not failing, but we want to bring real transformation.
Hey, transactions in Kwahu beeping. Not day.
Charlie, come on, issue. Right, be mumu pet way if you make us small.
Smile. Ah, guy way.
Bro, I say if you chop 5K every week, sake of MTN Momo Manto.
Hey, Sir, tell me more. Momo Month is back and bigger than before. This time, we're giving you several reasons to smile. Simply download and install the Momo app. Earn more points as you use it. Send Momo. Pay for goods and services using the QR code or merchant ID. Buy airtime or data from your own wallet. And you could win up to 5,000 Ghana cedis every week. Achieve your weekly targets and double your points accumulation. Dial *170# to check your points. TNCs apply. Please note that all winners will only be called by the official MTN number 0244 300,000 to redeem your prizes.
MTN. Thanks for choosing us. This is the Midday News on Joy 99.7 FM. Let's do sports. Musbal, what do we have?
Well, Emma, for the 2021 CAF Women's Champions League runners-up, Hazak's ladies are demanding CAF pay money owed them after their exploits in the maiden edition of the tournament. Almost a year after the final versus Mamelodi Sundowns, the club is struggling to run due to debt accrued during the period. Evelyn Insia Asari is CEO of the club.
I think it is a very good initiative that the GFA introduced last year, which helped us so much in preparing towards the season itself. We are the champions, or we are the reigning champions, because we won the first edition. But the issue has to do with money. Ever since we participated in the CAF Women's Champions League, we've never been the same. One debt to the other, because we used so much money in preparing for the tournament, which we have not received anything from the organizers.
So that's Evelyn Insia Asari, Chief Executive Officer of Hazaka's ladies there. So for that, for more sports, do head to my Joe online for his live sports.
Thank you very much, Musbal, for the latest from the world of sports. Now, let me take you to the NDC headquarters. We are told there's a press conference on reorganization of the party. My colleague Kweku Asante is there for us, joins us live with details. Kweku, what's happening? It doesn't look like we have Kweku Asante just yet, but let's clean Accra. And the Metropolitan Assembly has admitted it has difficulties meeting the sanitation needs of the Agbogboloshi market. Ghana's market centres, including the Agbogboloshi, have been known for being very filthy. The Assembly says it is only able to collect 40% of the waste generated by the hundreds of vendors and customers each day. Nevertheless, the AMA says its target is to make the market one of the cleanest in the Greater Accra region. Michael Ashali has more in the following report.
We are currently in the Agbogboloshi market, one of Accra's biggest and most patronized markets. But right away, it hits you. The issue of waste management appears is one of its biggest challenges, managing waste. Everywhere you pass, you are met with waste in the drains, crawling from all crevices. So we asked some of the traders here, what really is the problem?
We clean our surroundings as often as we can. The problem is where to dump the waste. The bin is not big enough. Also, some people dump their waste on the streets at night, and we are tired of complaining. If we get more bins, we can make this market clean.
So let's ask the AMA how much waste is actually generated from this particular market. How much of it, again, are they able to collect? Gordon Akoria is the DEHO with the AMA. And
24 tons, and that is 2 compaction trucks. Each compaction truck is 12 tons. So daily is 2 compaction trucks that are taking the waste.
How much volume they generate a day? Now, how much of it are we able to collect?
Yeah, for now, if you look at the skip containers that are there, there are 2. That is 5 tons. Yeah, so daily they collect 10 tons. Yes.
From cleaning Accra, let's drive safe. It's our campaign time.
Safe driving saves lives. Drive safe.
And the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority has this afternoon translated its driving tests in the license acquisition process into 6 languages. According to the Deputy Director in charge of Vehicle Inspection at the DVLA, Eric Nanakwisi, the innovation is targeted at breaking the language barrier, preventing drivers to go through the authorized means in obtaining licenses, a situation he says has led to some drivers acquiring fake driver's license. He spoke to Samuel Imbura.
The drivers are going to listen to the questions using a headphone, and then they will also attempt answering them with a touch screen to answer the questions as such.
Why is it so? Is it the case that the drivers are failing the exam? They are not willing to come?
So we've seen quite a number of drivers using fake licenses, and one of the research that we've also come out with, the findings that some of the drivers are actually using fake licenses. And one of the things that we also saw was that English is becoming a barrier in actually answering the questions when it comes to the theory test. And so it's one of the reasons why we want to use this innovative technology to ensure that our drivers actually attempt these questions using this means rather than to use other unauthorized means of actually acquiring the driver's license.
We'll stay on the road, and commuters and residents along the Ashaiman Afienya Highway are growing impatient over the quick deterioration of the road. The president in November 2020 promised to convert the road into an ultra-modern highway in 30 months, but 20 months down the line, the project is yet to start. The residents are calling on the president to honor his promise made to them. Michael Ashali has more.
The Ashaiman-Gbechile road spans nearly 10 kilometers. It connects the Tema Harbour to the eastern and Volta regions. This road is where shock absorbers to vehicles come to die.
Whilst it's coming and it's bobbing, you are hitting your head against the car, the glass, and hitting against somebody. Somewhere along the line, it gets into a pothole and you can feel it in your waist. It's not the best.
73-year-old Kweku Sirebo has been using this road for years. He is so used to the road that he has even committed the potholes on the stretch to memory. But over the years, the road has deteriorated further, making it impossible for him to dodge the dips.
I knew it in the first time. It was very rough, and people were using bent brakes to fill the potholes here.
Now, he uses taxis for his daily commute.
My vehicle on road, I would have blocked the road and stopped every vehicle from moving. It is very bad. They make us look as if we are not Ghanaians. You can't even use your car on the road. You will spoil your shocks, your springs, and everything, and they'll come and ask you to go and pay roadworthiness. What does it mean when the road itself is not worthy?
Kweku is pained because President Akufo-Addo promised in October 2020 that the road will be repaired in 30 months. He promised that funding of 256 million euros had been secured for construction of the road. The roads are so bad, the vehicles rhythmically move after slumping in and out of potholes. Even passengers with no rhythm dance to the tune of the road.
Esa rough, esa pa so you should pay for menka se palo go die ebe sin no. Kochi because your spare parts your spare parts more. We got spare parts in there, both your entire road in there, e say.
Resident engineer for the project, Engineer Kwabena Bempon, says although the president cut the sword for construction to commence, the funding was not ready.
They had a little bit of some challenges. They had some challenges with the financing arrangements. So this was resolved a few months ago with the valuation. Sometimes there's a lot of delay.
So when will works actually begin?
Circa September, November, October, at least before the end of this year.
Hey, because the potholes for there is not very allowable. It's very stranded.
For Joy News, Michael Ashali.
In spite of the bad road, continue to drive safe, perform engine maintenance regularly, avoid sudden stalls or other vehicle failure by changing the oil and keeping tires properly inflated. That's how you drive safe. Now to the big question, has the church lived up to expectation in helping address issues of corruption and morality in Ghana? Here's Chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Nyamiche.
You see, righteousness exalts a nation. Sin is a reproach to every land. So when we focus our churches on righteousness and on the purpose that Christ birthed the church, and righteousness is seen in the land, the nation will be exalted to be transformed. It has to do, transformation has to do, all this corruption and things are caused by human beings. I can't say we are failing, but for Christianity, things would have been worse. So we are not failing, but we want to bring real transformation.
Apostle Nyamiche there, ending today's edition of the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. There's more on myjoyonline.com, and my seat was given to Chinese Galamsea at Kumasi Pub. That's according to an NPP MP. Also, 30% transport increment is a proposed one. It's not finalized yet. That's according to the GPRTU. And Aisha Wang cannot even tell how she entered Ghana. Prosecutors to court. That's and more on myjoyonline.com. We have Living Word with Pastor Mensa Otabil right after the news. Please stay. I am Emefa Apawu.